crimes that have ever been in existence, short and extremely painful. So, yeah, thank you. I'm out of breath. Also, yeah, I'm out of shape. It's the pandemic. Like, don't judge me. So also, I mean, so nice of Martin to put this thing in a stand, because I cannot with phallic objects not standing up by themselves. I'm sorry. I mean, do some work at least, right? I completely understand if Brian wants to heckle me. I'm sorry, I just don't have a filter. That's precisely why I fled India, because no one can stand me over there anymore. I do not want to be dead at the hands of someone that I did not consent to the murder. So yeah, a lot of people told me to break a leg today, and my friend Daniel here kindly broke one in anticipation. So. Diligent. So the first thing I did when I signed up for this, I was kind of drunk when I texted on the WhatsApp group saying, me, I'll sign up because there's no women, because I mean, why not, right? You know, like, girl power, I guess. I signed up, I was drunk, and then I was like, shit, they put me on a poster. Now what do I do? So yeah, I started looking up how to write a stand-up routine. Right? And just like a lot of the other comedians that always start out, I was really afraid of stealing other people's jokes. But then I realized I cannot steal other people's jokes because my life is one. I can just tell my own stories, right? Okay, so but how do you tell a story? So I looked it up on the internet, very original. So I found this website. Let me look it up again. I have it bookmarked. I'm really diligent. So yeah, it's masterclass.com. It's for rich white people. I cannot afford it. So I went with it until I hit a paywall. So the first thing it told me to do was develop a habit. This was a week ago. I've smoked a pack a day since then until now. I also double-fisted a beer and a Cuba Libre back there. So if I say something untoward, it's probably that. I'm sorry. Second, it told me very, you know, like, it emphasized to get personal. So here we go. You, hate your hair. White girl, get a life. Brian, I couldn't hear you, that's why I heckled you, get over it. Yeah, so it's a get personal. Did I do it right? Maybe, I guess. Then it said, watch other comedians closely. I've been following this guy I saw at a stand-up night last Thursday, Keenan. I've been following him home every night. I know what he does in his bedroom. It's not pretty. Alright, so yeah, I did that. Then I hit the paywall. It was like $250 for the rest of the class. I was like, yeah, it's either that or I pay rent. So I was like, yeah, sure. So that was that. So like I said, I mean, as my name might indicate, I come from India. A really beautiful country, real chaotic, but I've been living in Mexico City for over 2 years now because I fled for my life. It's okay, I mean, I see your concern, I see the concern in your eyes. There is going to be a third world parents support group, anonymous of course, because you don't want that shit on Facebook, your tia is gonna find you. We're gonna have that at the back over there. It's kind of dingy, there's like an old keyboard that no one uses, maybe someone can sit on it. Sure, there's going to be that at the back, but I'll get to it later. So I fled for my life, and I came to this beautiful city. I'm holding a phallic object again. I need to do some work, I guess. And I came here and I've been happy. I haven't, contrary to popular belief, Mexico City has been the safest refuge for me. I grew up in Mumbai. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I got over it. You can get over it too. Lots of therapy. I really think if you are going to be a parent or a grandparent that fucks up their child real bad, my grandma was a hag. my best friend knows, at least have the decency to leave a big inheritance so that they can pay for the therapy. Like, bruh, I mean, you fucked me up, and then I have to go to this dingy ass building with a strip club and a bar on the ground floor, and the therapist's office on the first floor. Yeah, that's millennial life for you, because you're either stripping or you're either going to therapy. There's no other way. So, at least have the decency to leave an inheritance. My hag of a grandma did not. She did leave me some scars that I'm still working through. I could not continue therapy because, well, my financial advisor told me that I couldn't afford it. I joined salsa lessons, you know, like some hip action, right? You know, Martin, I was single during the pandemic. I broke up with my ex, who told me that I could never make it on stage as a stand-up comedian, so fuck him, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you. Anyway, so, yeah, funny thing, like a segue, but whatever. I don't know what that is. I just heard Jamie say it, and I think I can use it. Maybe I can appropriate. If white girls can appropriate my culture, I can appropriate their words, right? Can some white girls give me some validation? All right, so yeah, so segue again. Where was I? Yes, salsa lessons. I was single. My ex told me I couldn't make it. Funny thing, I met him at a stand-up comedy night. It wasn't planned, and I was late because Mumbai, they aren't streets. They're basically potholes, and maybe you can find your way through them and go to the streets. So basically, I was late, and the set had already started. There were all these amateur comedians that were setting up their jokes in English, and then the punchline was in Hindi. This guy, being Dutch, did not understand jack squat. So he was sitting there, looking at his watch every 30 seconds. I was standing at the door because I couldn't enter because it was like this small. And I couldn't enter and, you know, like, interrupt a budding comedian, me wanting to be one. So I waited a good 30 minutes until my social anxiety got the best of me, and I was just like, fuck it. Down a couple of shots and, you know, take your seat. I was sitting maybe next to the stage, and this MC, the motherfucker, starts making small talk with me. I mean, I can do small talk on a date, yeah. I mean, I make my list. I have my notes, I write it on my thigh so I can lift up my skirt, look at it, so he thinks I'm being flirty. I'm actually looking at my small talk topics. I did that, but I mean, I came prepared, right? You know? But anyway, this motherfucker starts asking me questions. Oh, I guess it did date. Yeah. So, is this the first time you're meeting? Yes. Oh, and what was the first talk like? Not good. Okay, and what do you do? I'm a teacher. Oh, will you be my teacher? No, motherfucker, I need to talk to this guy. He's been waiting for 45 minutes, what the fuck? Right? Anyway, so all this small talk happened under spotlight. My heart was going boom, boom, boom the whole time. Finally, I get to this guy, and he's like, I know everything I need to know about you, you know? Let's move on. Let's go downstairs, have some food. I'm hungry. All right, cool. Thank you for getting me out of that situation. But anyway, I think I'm going over my time, but I need to tell you this. Like Martin said, this is like my free therapy sessions. I told you I cannot afford real therapy. I tried to strip at that club downstairs, but they wouldn't have me. Something to do with too much ass. I don't know, whatever that means. There's no such thing as too much ass. I'm sorry. All the skinny white people here need to know there's no such thing as too much ass. You're in Latin America. Suck it up. All right. So, like I said, circling back to the point of fleeing India. My mom, she's really sweet, right? Like she loves me. She's quite the feminist, even though she's quite conservative. And she is really sweet, but she did scar me, right? I really think that chanclas should not be allowed in a household. Do you know what a chancla is?
Yes.
Yeah? All the white people, ask your Mexican friends. All right, so yeah, she's amazing, but you know, not best athlete, never was. Great singing voice, fine. You ask her to throw you something and she'll eat it a mile away from where you are. And you're just like, do I have to go get it? Otherwise I wouldn't have asked you to throw it to me. Okay. We lost a lot of remotes over the last 30 years of my life. She would eat them, so far away. I was just like, yeah, that's in Mordor now, I cannot. But, God forbid you cross that bitch. Shit, I said bitch. She's gonna see this on Facebook. God forbid you cross her. She goes from Forrest Gump in an elementary school gym class to American fucking Sniper real quick. Like, she can throw a chancla at you with her right hand tied behind her back, hopping on one foot, blindfolded. And that shit goes straight to your head. Like, she can do that. When was the last time she did that, you ask? I was 28. I'm 31 now. I was 28. Why? Because I dared to throw away a perfectly good plastic bag in the bin rather than in the big ass plastic bag that's hanging behind the kitchen door that has all the other plastic bags in it. Like, I don't know what you want to do with it. What do you want to do with it? Why is it there? I've seen it since I was 2 years old, since I can remember. Like, every time you open the motherfucking kitchen door, it doesn't open all the way because there's this big ass plastic bag behind it. What the fuck? Like, what are you gonna do with it? It's not even recyclable plastic. Get a grip, woman. Really. But anyway, I have this nagging suspicion that maybe, just maybe, she intends to have this ceremony, this eyes wide shut ritualistic ceremony, where I'll be snatched from my bed in the middle of the night, taken to this, I don't know, witchy place, put a hood over my head, and then amongst candlelight and incantations, that big ass plastic bag with other plastic bags in it will be handed down to me, and it'll be my legacy to hand down to my little kids if I ever have them. I don't wanna. I really don't want to. And you know it, if that day ever comes, I'm going to throw that shit straight in the bin because it's not recyclable, come to think of it. It's not like grade A plastic, it's bullshit. It came with Chinese takeouts, really. Nothing from China lasts, except for this pandemic, it did. Alright, so, anyway, I don't want to be killed by those plastic bags. I think that plastic bag is sentient and it wants to kill me, so I'll stop here. I don't want to, malign it anymore. I'll hand this over to Martine again, and thanks to Brian for not heckling me. You're a sweetheart.